Welcome to The Truth is AI. In a world of complex geopolitical forces, certain regions stand out as potential flashpoints, areas where competing interests, territorial disputes, and military posturing create a dangerous environment. The South China Sea is arguably the most prominent of these in the 21st century. It is not just a body of water, it is a critical global artery, a resource-rich basin, and a theater where rising tensions could have catastrophic consequences. Today, we provide a factual analysis of the escalating situation in the South China Sea. We will examine the assertive actions driving these tensions, understand the immense strategic importance of this region to the world, look at how other nations are responding, and critically analyze the very real risk of escalation. This is an analysis of a potential ticking time bomb. To understand the tensions, we must first grasp why the South China Sea is so strategically vital. Factually, this region handles an estimated 1/3 of global maritime trade, making it an indispensable waterway for international commerce. Billions of dollars worth of goods pass through these waters annually, connecting major economies in Asia, the Middle East, and beyond. Beyond trade, the South China Sea is believed to be rich in natural resources, including significant reserves of oil and natural gas beneath the seabed. Access to and control over these resources is a major underlying factor in the territorial disputes. Furthermore, the region is home to a vital and sensitive marine ecosystem, supporting diverse fisheries that are crucial for the food security of surrounding nations. Its strategic, economic, and ecological importance makes any conflict here profoundly impactful. The primary driver of rising tensions is China's increasingly assertive behavior, based on its expansive territorial claims. China claims nearly 90% of the South China Sea, delineated by its U-shaped 9-dash line. This claim is vast and overlaps significantly with the exclusive economic zones and territorial claims of several other countries, including Vietnam, the Philippines, Malaysia, Brunei, and Taiwan. Factually, this claim was brought before an international tribunal in 2016 under the UN Convention on the Law of the Sea. The tribunal ruled China's claim had no legal basis under international law. However, China has explicitly rejected and ignored this ruling, continuing to assert its dominance. China's assertions are not just rhetorical. They have taken concrete actions, most notably the large-scale building of artificial islands on disputed reefs and shoals. These islands have been subsequently militarized, equipped with facilities like anti-aircraft guns, missile systems, and extensive runways capable of handling military aircraft. These militarized islands serve as forward operating bases, allowing China to project power and intimidate neighboring countries. Beyond island building, China employs Grayzone Tactics, actions that fall below the threshold of overt military conflict but are designed to assert control and harass other vessels. This includes the use of China's large maritime militia, a force of ostensibly civilian fishing vessels that operate under state direction to swarm disputed areas and interfere with other nations' activities, often with dangerous maneuvers like using water cannons against Philippine resupply missions. The scale and nature of China's actions have generated significant international concern and a growing pushback from other nations with interests in the region. Neighboring countries directly impacted by the claims, such as the Philippines and Vietnam, are increasingly vocal in their opposition and are seeking ways to bolster their own maritime defenses. The United States, a major naval power and ally to several countries in the region, conducts regular freedom of navigation operations, sending naval vessels through disputed waters to underscore the principle of international navigation rights and challenge what it sees as excessive territorial claims. Furthermore, joint military drills involving the U.S. and allies like Japan, Australia, and the Philippines have increased in frequency and scale in the region, intended to demonstrate interoperability and collective resolve in the face of China's assertions. This international response indicates that many nations are unwilling to accept China's claims and actions unchallenged. The Grayzone tactics employed by China are particularly challenging because they operate in a legal and operational space designed to avoid triggering a conventional military response. They are assertive acts intended to gradually shift the status quo without crossing a clear line into war. These activities, particularly the dredging and construction involved in building artificial islands and the presence of large numbers of vessels, have also had a factual and devastating impact on the marine environment. Coral reefs, vital to the ecosystem, have been extensively damaged, impacting biodiversity and the livelihoods of those who depend on the sea's resources. In conclusion, the situation in the South China Sea is characterized by China's escalating assertions, backed by militarized outposts and Grayzone tactics, running counter to international law and the interests of multiple nations. The region's immense strategic importance ensures that other global powers will remain involved. Based on this factual analysis, the risk of escalation remains a significant concern. While neither side may desire a full-scale conflict, the increased frequency of assertive actions, the close proximity of competing military and paramilitary forces, and the high stakes involved create a dangerous environment where a miscalculation, an accident, or a single misstep could potentially trigger a wider confrontation. The future possibilities range from continued tense standoffs and gray zone confrontations to potential localized incidents, or, in a worst-case scenario, a larger conflict that would have devastating global consequences. Understanding the facts driving the tensions in this critical waterway is essential for comprehending one of the most significant geopolitical risks of our time. If you found this factual analysis insightful, please give this video a like. And for more deep dives into the complex realities shaping our world, make sure to subscribe to The Truth is AI and hit the notification bell.